Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Monday SitRep episode. Look who's joining me. Yeah, we're finally kind of breaking back into the normal flow of things here at Brickmania, which is nice. So Landon's back joining us. How you been, man?
Good, good. The AC 130 definitely kicked my butt, and I've been in like a little dark design cave for a while, but now I'm emerging from seeing the light. It's very nice.
Yeah, how did you make it through the whole COVID thing all right?
We're getting there, we're getting there. So.
Creating some awesome minifigures.
That's right, that's right.
We haven't been able to keep one of your minifigures of the month in stock for like half the year.
No, that's super exciting to see. Yeah, thanks for everybody who picked up some minifigures. I will make many, many more awesome ones coming out in the next few months here. So
you heard it here first. For those of you who may have had your doubts about Landon continuing to make awesome minifigs. So, well, and what a cool SitRep for you to return to as well, because I think once again, since COVID, this is the largest collective restock and restock pre-order haul that we've had available. We actually don't even have everything that is back online right now on the desk. We're just trying to show you some of the highlights because that's how many models there are.
It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it?
Quite the lineup.
So, and just like normal, we do have a one-day sale going on today, so you can use promo code Natasha at checkout. Save yourself 10% all day long, but today only. So take advantage of as many of these restocks as you can because it is quite the lineup. Get a hold of them and start your builds. So some of these, the restocks will ship right away. The restock pre-orders will ship on their expected release dates, so check those out. We'll try to let you know which ones are restock pre-orders and which ones are restocks as well. So where do you think we should start, Landon?
Natasha, let's get. I've always liked this one.
Fair enough.
It's kind of a throwback model with some updates to it, but it's cool. I mean, you know, Brickmania makes a ton of tanks. This is the base for the Bob Semple, isn't it? Pretty dang close.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
yes.
Close to it. It's a cool model. I don't know. Maybe since I grew up on a farm, it's kind of rubbing off on me. But
yeah, sure. I like it because it's unique. I mean, kind of like you said, if you look at everything else here, everything else kind of has a theme to it. That kind of stands out a little bit. Obviously, the CBs were a huge part of World War II, especially in the Pacific. Helped create runways, move landing areas, stuff like that. And this was an essential piece of equipment for it. And then this is kind of loosely based off of the movie The Fighting CBs, I think is what it's called, with John Wayne.
There's some inspiration
because that's where the name Natasha comes from, anyways. But yeah, cool little model. I love that printed CB's tile. Brickmania Construction Co. That's awesome. So fun little mock. All you got to do is pile some bricks in front of it, and there you go. Right?
There you go. And again, coupon code Natasha. That ties in real well with that.
It's almost like we planned it that way.
It's almost like it was planned.
We like to think we're clever, but it's not always true. Let's go with some of the more fig-heavy ones too, because I think the Grief and the DAC Messenger are both back as actual restocks. This is a restock pre-order, Natasha. But these are both back right now. Got to get both of them together.
Oh yeah. And
when you do that, they come with 3 figures, which is awesome.
Yep. This is just quite the pack right here. These were a lot of fun to make. Some cool color shifting that I was doing here for these guys. Really slick uniform for that era. Some just very iconic pieces from that time. So yeah.
We've been upping for that next level of detail by trying to create these 3D printed headpieces. You've seen them in the Sturm Tiger Commanders. You'll see them in the Panzer III Commanders. And then this kind of starts off with that too, where both Rommel and his driver have a pretty unique headpiece. And then there's even a printing on the Stahlhelm that comes with the Messenger as well.
Some simulated, I guess, painting over texture. They would get their helmets painted kind of in that regular gray. But they had the insignia on the gray helmet, and they didn't want to paint over that, so they just kind of paint around it.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of crude looking, but I try to capture that detail in this. And then some goggles in the front that are mysteriously floating in there. Yeah. I got crap for that.
Like a cool little brick arms, or the minifig cat clip to hold that brick arms on there, which kind of adds to it, you know, when he's riding around with this P40 on his back. But moving back to the half track as well, a lot of printing on this. You can see the printed wheels. Oops. I liked this flip wheel technique right here that has been used on some of the aircraft that we've had recently. Sticker loadouts come in all 3 of Rommel's different half-track variants. And then obviously there's that cool 3D printed radio antenna on top that really brings the whole thing together. So that's a sweet little kit. Been very popular. Also been away for a while, so now it is back, available for restock, so it'll ship right away. So make sure to get that order in. Yeah. I suppose we'll stick with the half-tracks. Another one with a bunch of awesome printing on it.
Yeah, we got this minifigure with the 44 dot camouflage, 360 printed for that tunic, and then just the standard trousers there that have been color shifted a little bit to get that field gray color. Yeah, just a slick looking minifigure there.
Yeah, very
and
cool.
the 3D printed crusher cap there, which is nice.
You got printing on the windows and on the sides, also on the headlights there, and then it comes with 2 different loadout versions. You can either build it with the MG34 in the front, otherwise there's also the 20mm cannon. All the parts and instructions for both of those are included in that kit as well. And then I love those color schemes, man. Ambush camo, looks with that little touch. Oh yeah, it's just, it's awesome. It's awesome, nice little mix.
Very cool.
So moving on from there, I guess let's go to the Americans. Back to the Americans. So actually, let's start with this one. So this is the G532, which we're going to show off that back suspension because I love that. It's awesome. And the long tom is back as well, but the GHQ doesn't have a long tom right now for whatever reason. So both of those go well together. I think they were referred to as the Firebase bundle when they first came out, but now they're available individually. This one does also come with a minifigure, but he's not sitting in there. So
somebody stole it.
We got an MIA minifig, but he does come with one. A lot of cool features on this as well. I love the front of this truck. You can see you got printing here, some stickers, this awesome canvas cover, opening doors, opening rear hatch.
I really like the jerry cans on the front right here, with some custom printing on top of that as well. So Dan's been sneaking that into kits more and more. So.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a cool truck too because it's just so versatile. It was so widely used during World War II that pretty much any mock, especially one that's going to be a little bit behind the lines, you'd find this there, which is cool, especially if you're hauling some artillery. All right, now we'll move on to I think a model that a lot of people are excited is back right now.
Yeah.
That is the Pershing. Here, I'll do this figure so you can talk about him and his awesome texture printed cigar. But before we get to that, first off, I want to point out how sleek this turret design is. Because the chassis is awesome, but the turret design is the nice update from this kit. And then obviously you have the 3D printed barrel and muzzle brake just to bring this kit together. That smooth taper on the barrel really adds to the detail of this creation. Opening hatches all over the place, front, top, side. Brickarms M2HB, along with the 30 caliber ball mount in the front. And then this awesome minifigure.
Yeah. Minifigure, full 360 printed. Texture printed cigar head is it's just a kind of a crowd favorite there. Going on to this uniform here, this is again, we're doing this color shifting. It's not just printed over Lego, it's actually, I'm working with the actual color of the Lego to kind of recreate what I've seen probably the most color accurate OD that you can get. So really happy with how that color is turning out. Simple enough uniform here. We got the goggles hanging down over his jacket, and then just a simple pistol belt with pistol, ammo pouches on the side. It's a nice, slick figure.
Yeah, and this is a cool tank and setup in general because you could, late for World War II, but if you want to move over into Korea, etc., the Pershing was an important tank in the evolution of American armor moving forward on into the patent. So just a cool thing and a fun tank to have back. I think we've done maybe 100 of these, but I think the first batch might have only been 50. So this is still a really exclusive Brickmania model. And it'll be quite a while before we're able to bring these back into our lineup because I think we're 3 months out on restocks or something right now. So especially for the Pershing, get this one while you have your chance. And now, we're gonna play Name That Artillery with Landon.
Oh gosh.
I've got my little list here.
Don't do this to me.
And Landon's, no, I'm just kidding.
Flak Veerling, that's not artillery, that's the AA. I don't even, it's behind a truck. This is clearly a rigged, I can't even see it.
I'm just going to scooch them forward. No, yeah, so we do have a couple of anti-aircraft guns along with a couple of field guns. So this one was actually designed by a guest designer we had with us last year, Sam Krakauer.
Yep.
A really cool little model, a lot of functioning parts, studs going in every direction. The Flacker Veerling 38, nice little printed bullseye roundel, is that what we call it?
Yeah, it's kind of just right on a clear 1x1 transparent. We have the little targeting. That's come up in a few different kits, so it's a nice little slick little targeting.
It's kind of one of those little additions of detail that just really add, especially a lot of you people who like doing the really close-up pictures of your mocks. That's one of those things that really just adds nicely. And I think we even sell it separately, so if you're building some of your own stuff too, make sure to check that out because it really does add another layer. This is one of my favorite artillery kits that we have in general. This is the Flak 36. And that's because it is so close to already being a behind the lines D-Day mock or something like that. in the ambush camo. Looks fantastic.
Yeah, love that ambush camo.
Fun stuff on the side, all functions. Everything moves like it should. Loadable breech that you can mess around with if you got yourself some brick arm shells. All this stuff folds up. Nice fun little piece. And a good one to have back online. Okay, so this is where I'll need a little help here because these are all the World War I guns. So let's start off. We have the 18 pounder, which I believe is this one. We have the
That's the German one over there.
FK96, yep, the NA, 7.7 centimeter. And then this is the M1897 field gun. So all three of these, you'll just have to play it back if you want to see me say the names of them again. All three of these are available right now on brickmania.com. And like I said, you know, you add in the long tom, and then, and what we don't have here with us, but is also back online, we have the Revolutionary Soldiers, who are back in action, as well as the perfect caliber flintlock muskets. And then the fan poll winner, the Mogadishu Army Ranger, which was a minifigure of the month
a couple months back.
a couple of months ago, won a fan poll and is now back as well. Both of those, especially the fact that we have the perfect calibers back, are going to go super, super quick. So make sure to get on that. Once again, if you got the email this morning, it would have arrived right in your inbox with a link to be able to go right there and click and purchase that. So make sure to get signed up for that. All right, so that is a quick look at everything that is back online. We do have a few other additions, some printed elements, etc. So just make sure to check out that weekly restocks tab, and that is where everything that is newly back on brickmania.com will be located, along with a couple of other things. So just make sure to check that out and take advantage of that promo code Natasha. Save yourself 10% on all of this stuff, plus the stuff that we didn't get to mention. Once again, weekly restocks tab. Other than that, we've raised $1,600 for World Central Kitchen through Brickmania, the coloring book. So thank you guys so much for helping support that cause. All of those go to support relief efforts for COVID-19. So thank you so much for being a part of that. Last notes.
Bam.
Yeah,
a bunch of
check
these.
this out.
What is this? What is this thing?
That is made by a company called Brick Tracks that we are going to be getting more and more involved with as the year goes along. To be putting out some cool train stuff. I know that we've done stuff like the S160 in the past, but otherwise haven't been too involved in the train scene, at least since I've been here. But I think that is going to change.
Yeah.
So you people who are into that stuff, make sure to keep your eye out because this is really cool.
This is really cool. For those of you who don't know, Lego's train radius is super tight, and it's not like a realistic radius. So there's a company out there that we are partnering with that produces tracks in accurate radii. Radiuses.
However you want to put it.
So yeah, this is really cool to get accurate train layouts. There's no other way to do it. So yeah,
it's going to be sweet. Stay tuned. We'll have a little bit more information on that coming up here. Before we wrap up, remember our mock contest ends on November 11th, and then we are still hoping to have those minifigures that we talked about these past couple of weeks in our stores, the Lego ones, in our stores. Hopefully around back to school time. We'll let you know exactly when we're shipping those out, but we've got a lot of them sorted and we got them ready to go, so hopefully that'll be a cool haul for people to get excited for going back to school, staying away from school. Do we even know what's going to happen yet?
Who knows?
All right, well, it's all up in the air. We'll check back in sometime later this week. Other than that, thanks for watching.